the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, well, good evening, race fans, and welcome to a special edition of the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Dirt Slingers 410 Outlaw Series. A little holiday edition for you. Knoxville, our scene for tonight's race. Got a little bit smaller crowd than what it was anticipated via the post on the driver's page, but nonetheless, drivers still here to participate, get some practice in for tomorrow night's pro race. The iRacing NOS Energy Drink World of Outlaws Sprint Car World Championship race. They will be right here at Knoxville, and quite a few of the pros in here tonight participating in this event. Big shout out to my guys out on the road. I know Tim and everybody's out there heading for Tulsa and the Expo Center for the shootout this week. I intend to join them for a few days this week. Have some fun with the guys. Sit down, have some chats. If you're in Tulsa, come by the Expo Center. Come see us. But we are going to give the guys the keys to the kingdom and tell them to get going here. Get things moving along. I'll let them get to their qualifying session. Now we're going to skip our pre-race ceremonies tonight, as the guys will go straight to the qualifying session as soon as they are cleared from the track. A lot going on. Big holiday weekend. Hope everybody had a great holiday. Last broadcast for 2021 for the Dirt Racing Network. You will not see us again until January the 2nd, exactly 7 days from today. Let's go down here. We're going to watch the rowdy one. Old Billy Rowley going to take his qualifying effort here. Well, you have fun playing down there where it's probably going to be a little bit rainy if everything I've heard is true. It's going to rain all week in Kentucky and Tennessee. So hopefully you'll be able to get that in, Robert. All right, Billy Rowley on the clock now. First time lap for him. You can see someone is right there in front of him putting down a quick time. But Kevin Hanley, Brett Strickler. Billy Rowley now jumps 14.750, 14.851, and 8.97. Now Braden Eiler, the high side hustler, takes over quick time. That time Rowley quicker, but not good enough to bump Eiler, who's about to complete his second lap. His second lap a tick slower than his first. So right now Braden Eiler 14.719 for his best lap. 750 for Rowley, 800 for Strickler. Cure. Alex Bergeron, your two-time and defending world champion, getting up to speed, throwing away the first lap, I'm fairly sure, because he is right out against the fence, going to build all that momentum. Brings the car down, straight lines it off of 4. Not a great time, but this second lap ought to be the one that really puts him close to, if not on the top. Used to seeing the 12 car qualify quickest, and that time through the line 14.750. So ties for second. Ernie Williams, oh Catfish, oh Whiskers, 14.748. So he bumps himself up to position number 2 in qualifying. Travis Oldfield in the house tonight. Came in late. 8.63 for his first lap. Looks like Aiden Berlin has taken his car off the track. No qualifying effort for the 13 machine. Must have hit something. Probably trying to stay close to the wall and clipped it on his second lap right there. Oldfield 8.84. So 10th quickest for him. So right now, quickest in qualifying. The high side hustler, Braden Eiler. As we'll wind down. Why aren't you in here, Alec? Yeah, I hope you can get those in, Robert. I hope so. I really do. But it looks like we're going to get ready to get out here. Heat number 110 laps. The distance, 4 black stripes into this one. And our Tim Sims starting lineup looks like this. On the pole, the Rufco Wicked Energy Elbows Up Simsport, number 5 from Franklin, PA. That's the high side hustler, Braden Eiler. And on his outside, his teammate, the Wicked Energy Gummy Elbows Up Simsport, number 79 out of New Paris, Ohio, the Rowdy One, Billy Rowley. Your second row on the inside, Felix Roy, the 91 car. On the outside of him, in the 7, will be Carlin Cure. Third row inside, from Albany, New York, drives the number 110, sponsored by Cadillac. We call him the Cadillac Man. His name's Kevin Hanley. And on his outside in the 17 is going to be Kyle Keene. And your fourth and final row on the inside, out of St. Louis, Missouri, the UDSRA Forest and Way Guy, 55 Lures, number 73 car. That's Larry Moody. And on his outside, the aforementioned number 13, no qualifying time for Aiden. But Aiden Berlin will start position number 8, Heat 1. Rather be a spectator, huh? All right. Don't get better sitting on the sidelines. Trust me, I know. All right, one more time around. They will kick them free in turn number 4. 10 laps. Everybody's going to the show tonight. All right, it'll be Eiler and Rowley, teammates, up at the front, ready to kick us off. Hoping the track kind of goes away a little bit, lets these guys get some good data for tomorrow night. We didn't get to have one last Saturday night, just not enough participation. So tonight they're trying to make up for it. Green flag in the air, heat race number 1 underway. And Eiler wasting no time jumping to the front. He drags his teammate into position number 2 right behind him. Carlin Cure off the top side. Position number 4 grabs position number 3 as we complete lap 1. They were 4 wide behind that. I saw contact. Berlin and Keene, I think, got together. Both drivers able to hang on to the cars. But they are going to have a little bit of ground to make up to get back in the hunt here as we jump closer to the front. It is still Eiler, Rowley, Cure, Hanley. Now Felix Roy, the 91 in there trying to snatch the spot away from Kevin Hanley, and he's got it coming out of 2, so move him up into the 4th position. This was a larger field. That would be your final transfer spot in this heat race. Backstretch into 3 and 4 to complete lap number 4. Top 5 still the same. Eiler, Rowley, Cure, Roy, and Hanley. Larry Moody has settled himself into 6, but now Aiden Berlin is closing the gap. And Berlin trying to find an opening, keeps it pinned on the bottom through 3 and 4. I don't know if there's enough grip down there to give him forward bite. Not quite that time. Well, back to the front. Eiler and Rowley basically in lockstep. No change in the gap between those two cars. But they have started to pull away from 3rd place. Carlin Cure And Felix Roy is closing in on him. That's a battle for the third spot. Roy going to go top, then cut down, try to run off the bottom on the exit. Not quite enough momentum yet. Probably slider right here, sure enough. Right through the corner, and Kier's going to counter it, but I think Roy's got some momentum. He's going to stay locked to the outside. Now we'll see what happens coming out of 4. No choice but to make the cut down here. It's a great battle. 2 to go that time, Pie. Great battle for third right here. Slide Job City, corner after corner. Kier tried to short it, and he didn't quite get it there, so he's going to get tapped. He's going to make it to the infield off of that. He tried to short the slider, and Roy was there. They touched, and Kier ends up in the infield. He'll be in the show. He'll just have to start deep. That moves Hanley to 4th, Berlin to 5th, Moody and Keene. So we come to the finish. Eiler wins it. Rowley, then Roy, then I think Berlin snuck by at the last possible second right there, and he did. He got 4th out of that. Hanley, Moody, Keene, and Kier. So we'll get ready to get down here for the starting lineup in heat number 2. Don't be too sad, Anne-Marie. He recovered nicely. He's going to end up with 4th. All right, the Tim Sims starting lineup for heat race number 2 looks like this. On the pole, Black Number 1 Sports UDTV. Number 91. He is out of Lima, Ohio. We call him Whiskers. That's Ernie Williams Jr. And on the outside of him, your 2-time and defending world champion for the iRacing NOS Energy Drink World of Outlaw Sprint Car Series. He drives the 12 car. That's Alex Bergeron. Second row on the inside, the 38 machine of Brett Strickler. And on the outside of him, the Wicked Cushion 19 Designs Team Seti, number 57 from Maryborough, Queensland, Australia. The Flying Aussie Craig Dunn. Your third row on the inside, the Car Crafter, Topper Town, number 38 from Albuquerque, New Mexico of Travis Oldfield. And on his outside in the 95 machine, that's another UDSRA entry. That's Dakota Kuhn. And on the back, all by himself in the King's Color and Chrome Chili Vet First Wings, Team SKD, number 118 from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The Tiny Dancer, that's Scott King. Hello, Lisa. Been a while since I've seen you in chat. Well, I certainly hope everybody had a great Christmas. Everybody stay safe. Get through New Year's well. We'll be back full time January 2022 here. This will be our last broadcast for 2021. Dominic, myself will all be back. Things are going to look a little different. We're going to be switching our overlay system up a little bit. Hopefully we're going to improve some equipment here pretty quick in 2022. We'll be able to cover a few more races, do some extra things that we weren't able to do the last couple of years. Things starting to change a little bit for us, so be sure you're around for that. So stay safe through the rest of the holidays as we head into the indoor part of the year. But the pace truck is out of the way, just waiting on Whiskers to find that loud pedal. There it is, green flag in the air. He held them down about as long as he could hold them. He is going to have the lead out of 2. Bergeron rockets off the top side. He's going to take second. Now he's going to look for the big slider. Nope. Checked it down. Going to stay in line. Williams will lead lap 1. Strickler in third. Strickler's got company. Craig Dunn is there. Now Strickler goes after Bergeron. Bergeron slicing and dicing between cars. Right across the tail tank and right across the nose. Oh, that time Strickler. Strickler went for the big slider on the world champ, and both cars going to be damaged from it. But Bergeron definitely going to take his into the infield, and he'll start deep in tonight's feature. I would imagine that race control is having just a little bit of something to say on the slide job there. Well, I certainly hope so, Anne-Marie. I certainly hope so. All right, so it is Williams, Dunn, Oldfield, Kuhn, King. I think Strickler was damaged enough also. Yeah, he and Bergeron both into the infield. So the guys hooching around here. Nice and easy, getting things lined up, making sure there's nothing out on the track, getting ready to go green. I think our next time by. Good look at Whiskers riding around there. Lights are off on our pace truck, so that does mean we will be going green. All right, pace truck getting out of the way. Just waiting on Ernie Williams. Get back on the throttle. He held us on the first start a long, long time. Doing about the same. Now finds the throttle. Good start for the 91 machine. Dunn, Oldfield, and Kuhn right in line behind that. Your final car on track going to be the 118 of Scott King. Looks like Dunn has a little something for Williams. He's going to make a run at this, trying to run about a lane down, shorten the track just a little bit. I think it's hurting him on his exit speed a little bit, but he does get there in the middle of the corner, does make up what he loses on exit. Travis Oldfield, 38 car here, run a little bit of a cut down line, goes in a little wide, cuts the car down mid corner. Gets a straight run off the bottom, trying to carry more speed at the end of the straightaway and close the gap. About 137 miles an hour when he turned it off into turn one. Done roughly the same speed. 4 laps to go that time. Two leaders separated by about 5-6 car lengths. Watching Craig Dunn here. Williams got wide that time. Dunn closed the gap. Not going to be able to hang on to it. Just a lot of momentum coming out of there for Ernie Williams. Should be 2 to go right here. Watching Williams' speed, 142 when he turned off into the corner that time. So he's getting her pretty good here that time. Dunn went in low. I thought he was going to come up beside. At least he showed Williams he could get there, but this is the white flag lap. And coming out of turn 4 to the checkers, Ernie Williams will win heat number 2. Then Craig Dunn, Travis Oldfield, Dakota Kuhn, Scott King, Brett Circular, and Alex Bergeron. So the guys are going to get a couple of minutes to warm up. Race control will give them a couple of minutes to go out there and warm up. We'll go pay some bills. When we return, we'll have 35 laps of feature action for you. Alrighty, drivers in the warm-up. Out cutting a few laps, working the track back down a little bit. Going to try to widen this racetrack out. Just about everybody on track. 12 car of Alex Bergeron, quickest in of the warm-up session. We expect to see him come from the back and work his way at least close to, if not to, the front tonight. But limited 15 car field tonight. Not a big deal. Still going to have some fun with these guys. Going to get ready to get down here and run it through our Tim's Sims starting lineup. It's going to be the high side hustler, Braden Eiler on the pole. Ernie Williams, old Whiskers, going to start to his outside. Then it'll be the rowdy one, Billy Rowley, and the flying Aussie, Craig Dunn, in row number 2. Felix Roy and Travis Oldfield, row number 3. Aiden Berlin and Dakota Kuhn will make up row number 4. Row number 5 will be the Cadillac Man, Kevin Hanley, and Tiny Dancer, Scott King. Larry Moody will start inside of row 6. And the two-time defending world champion, Alex Bergeron, will start beside him. Then it'll be Kyle King and Brett Strickler in row number 7. And Carlin Cure will put the 7 car at the back of the field. All right, so drivers rolling up. Braden Eiler did not make the call to start on the pole, so that will scoot Billy Rowley up beside. So the field dwindling already down to 13 drivers. Does not matter. We're going to run it anyway. These guys were good enough to show up. We're going to give them everything we can in opportunities. And I think there may have been a technical difficulty with Eiler. He has reappeared in the server. 4 wide salute for us here. All right, at the outset. All right. Then they'll go back to 2 wide. We did that for the fans in the stands on the front stretch. Just waiting to see. Eiler should bring his car out to the end of pit road, get it ready to roll out. We catch a caution. He'll be brought onto the track, waved around, and given some opportunity to get back on the lead lap. But our pace truck is about to duck in 35 laps. On the board, green flag in the air. Drivers down the front stretch for the first time. Billy Rowley off of the front row. He had the pole with the absence of Braden Eiler, and he took advantage of it. He's got the lead. Ernie Williams in behind. Felix Roy looks like he is going to sit into the 3rd spot right there. Craig Dunn out of shape. Here comes Aiden Berlin. Travis Oldfield, the 38 car, in behind that. So Dunn now able to slide in line. Your top 6 all the way back to 7th, it looks like. Single file. Kevin Hanley make it 8. Alex Bergeron is 9. They are all single file. The only 2 wide battle now looks like it's over. That was Kyle Keene and Larry Moody back there, 10th and 11th. And that time Bergeron went slider. It didn't work out. He wasn't able to stick it for forward momentum. Going to make another run at Hanley right here. I think we're going to see another big slider. Oh, this time he didn't. Oh, Dakota Kuhn. And Kuhn in a lot of trouble here. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to the 95 car. Oh, my goodness. It looked like maybe Ernie Williams found some fence, and when he was trying to keep the car in, he just got up the hill, and Kuhn had committed to going around the top side. And those two met in the middle. So Kuhn gets the car on all fours. We'll see how much damage he's got if he can get in there and then get back out and make another run. Right now, there is Braden Eiler. Eiler trying to get some laps back. They'll keep the lights on the pace truck here for just another lap or two. Billy Rowley still out in front of this thing. I don't know. Ernie Williams has got the 91 car in the infield, trying to get some repairs done to that. Braden Eiler should get him back. I think he's going to have a chance to get that one more lap right here. Yeah, he probably has enough time to catch up if he can clear this field, get that car wound up. He may have enough time to catch up before we go back to green. So it'll be Rowley, Roy, Berlin, Dunn, Oldfield, the top 5 when we go back to green. Pace truck headed in, just waiting on the rowdy one to find a loud pedal. He does so. Felix Roy tried to pull to the inside. That is going to allow Rowley to get a big jump on this field. So everybody behind that 091 machine had to hold up and wait. He tried to time it. He missed it a little bit. And now he's going to be under fire. 13 car of Berlin had a shot down there in 3 and 4. Couldn't execute everything. Now Oldfield and Bergeron are going at it. Oldfield's running a cut down. Bergeron was trying just to run a conventional line. Now he's going to go in 1 and 2 on the bottom, try to come out low. Made up a little bit of ground that time. We'll see if that continues to be the way he tries to run, but 3 and 4 doesn't look like it. We're going to go up to the front right now. Billy Rowley under fire. Roy had the outside. Now makes the cut down as Rowley took a little bit of a slider line entry in 1 and 2 right there. And Felix Roy, new leader, lap number 9 in the books, working lap 10. Rowley tried to push him up the hill. Didn't work. Roy held his ground. He's going to gain a big advantage there. Now Billy Rowley's going to be under fire. Berlin with a big slider. Late double move there. That will not make the driver of the 79 very happy. He loses his car, collects several others. We're going to go back and take a look. And we're going to watch this from Rowley's perspective. Enough room, almost enough room was left there. I don't know, maybe you got to make a choice. Maybe at lap number 10 you give a little more there. I'm not sure. That's a driver's deal. So Rowley will take that 79 car into the infield. Dakota Kuhn got enough repairs. He's going to roll back out. He is 6 laps down. Braden Eiler still 1 lap down. That is going to change a few things here at the front. I think Kevin Hanley got a pretty good chunk of that deal too. Yeah, his car pretty heavily damaged on the front end. So I don't know if Hanley's going to make it back into this thing or not. Now Roy, Berlin, Oldfield, Dunn, Bergeron, Rowley, Williams, Hanley. Hanley no longer in 8th. Kyle Keen's there. Larry Moody is 9th. And Scott King is 10th. So guys take a few days off, and we get a little interesting racing here in the 410 series when they come back from the long break. Still got 24 laps to go. Lights off on the pace truck. We're going back to green. Most everybody is going to be back on the lead lap. We'll see if Rally can roll that 79 car back out of the pits. Kevin Henley the same. The High Side Hustler is back on the lead lap. Braden Eiler makes it back to the lead lap. He will restart about 12th. Felix Roy giving us the restart right on cue, perfectly on the start line down in turn number 4. Berlin, Oldfield, Dunn, Bergeron. Bergeron trying to come forward. Here comes Ernie Williams again. Williams was out front. Found the fence and had to take the 91 car back. Took it in, got a couple of things fixed. He's back on track, and he is back up to 6th now. Didn't really lose a whole lot by going to the pits, just a spot or two. Now he's into another one.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
And that time, I think that's going to do Whiskers all the way. Who is that? Bounces. That Strickler? Brett Strickler late in this one. This wreck happened out in front of him a little ways. They're already wrecking right here. Oh, he clipped Williams when he was going by. That's why that car tumbled. Almost left the entire facility right there. So just past the 1/3 mark in this race, and we have had 3 cautions. Does not bode well. Roy, Berlin, then Oldfield. Bergeron is 4th. Keene is up to 5th. Larry Moody 6th. Braden Eiler now 7th. Scott King 8th. And Craig Dunn in 9th. Dakota Kuhn a couple of laps down. Dakota Kuhn shows 4 laps down, I believe. I think that car has a little damage to it, but if he can rejoin the back of the field, everything should be good. Well, that's true. That's true. But all those Bang Banger drivers think they're NASCAR drivers. I kid. All right, back to green we go. 22 laps still on the board. Field's starting to dwindle. This is a war of attrition.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back in the air. Felix Roy staying on point, but Aiden Berlin really trying to put some pressure down on that 91 car. He's going to go to the middle. Roy goes way to the top. They're going to come off the corner almost side by side. Just a lot of extra momentum off of that top lane right there. Now Oldfield took a peek down the inside in 1 and 2, and the same thing happened to him that happened to Berlin last time in 3 and 4. The momentum off the top side of the corner is just too much. Here comes Bergeron. Bergeron using the entire track, and he is closing the gap up here. He's going to be battling for a podium spot. Closing in on 3rd place, Travis Oldfield. Kyle Keene still behind that. Larry Moody, Braden Eiler, the High Side Hustler. And the High Side Hustler doing everything he can to rip the rim here. He is finding a little bit of trouble getting in the corner, it looks like. That time better, gets it right up on top of the berm. That lost a little bit coming out of 2 there. So we will get ready to head back towards the front. Battle at the front. Looks like that battle could be over as Berlin found a way around on the top side. He takes the lead. Here comes Oldfield as Roy got trapped down to the bottom near the berm. Couldn't get the slider in there. Oh, this time goes in and bounces the car, and that's going to open things up. Bergeron now going to run around him into 3rd, move Roy back to 4th. Moody and Keene battling 5th and 6th, and Moody has the best of that deal. Berlin up to the top side. 14 to go this time out of turn number 4. Third leader of the evening. Here comes Oldfield, and Bergeron starting to go at it. This time Bergeron slider into 1 and 2. Didn't quite have enough drive off. He's going to stay side by side as Oldfield got in the slick. Now we'll see what happens out of 4. Bergeron has to cut the car down. This battle could go on for a while. That time Bergeron got the car sideways. Oldfield got to run off the bottom. He'll have the lead, or they have second, excuse me, by a car length going into 3 and 4. Great battle here and there. Still getting away from 4th place Felix Roy, even though they're battling like this. There is no clear advantage in this, and now there might be. This time Bergeron rips the top. He takes second away. Now he can focus on the 13 machine. Remember, he got wrecked out of his heat race, started deep in the field, about 10th or 12th, and he has now got his sights set with 10 to go this time by, and only 0.8 of a second gap between himself and your leader, Aiden Berlin. Oldfield still third. Moody has gotten around Roy. Roy trying to run on the bottom. He's dropped back to 5th, and Kyle Keene's coming off the top of 2. He's going to have a run down the back stretch. So in a matter of a handful of laps, the 091 machine of Felix Roy went from leading to trying to hang on to 5th place right here. Here comes Craig Dunn back into the picture. That's 7th. 10th of a second gone. 2 laps. That time Bergeron lost a little bit coming out of turn number 4. He's trying to keep the 12 car up on the top shelf. Now goes to the bottom. Got it to stick close. 0.2 of a second that time in 3 and 4. Running the outside in 1 and 2, the inside in 3 and 4. The gap, you can physically see it closing down. Lap car right in front of your leader. That is the damaged machine of Dakota Kuhn. Here goes Bergeron around on the inside, coming out of 2. Had a little space. Oh, that's going to cost you. There's your new leader. Kuhn bumped the fence. Berlin was in line with him, bumps him. That opens the door and freely gives the lead to the 12 machine. So with 5 to go, your new leader, our 4th leader for the night. Now both cars locked on the bottom. We're going to keep it on the 2 leaders as long as they stay this close. It is 2.4 seconds. Back to Travis Oldfield in 3rd. Good run for Berlin. He closes in, puts the nose underneath the 12 car. 3 to go this time. Good battle right here for the lead. Berlin going to get a run off the bottom. Bergeron got a better run out of the top. Bergeron keeping it wound up on the outside. 2 to go, opens it up, quarter second. Berlin got close. Once he showed Bergeron he was there, Bergeron turned on the jets. And since then has started to get away. And now the white flag in the air. Half a second that time. 3 and 4 for the final time, and he is going to go from worst to first, basically. Your winner tonight's going to be Alex Bergeron in the 12 machine, then Aiden Berlin in second, and Travis Oldfield will scoot across the line in 3rd as it looks like he ran out of fuel. He may need a push to get around to the front stretch. Have him push Oldfield around on the front stretch for me. Well, Oldfield's sitting there in turn number 2. We'll just have him leave his car right there. We'll talk to him. It doesn't matter. Got the 2 on the front. Got 3rd on the back.
User was
Travis, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you run out of gas there coming to the checks, but you come home on the podium, buddy. How was your feature tonight?
It started off a little rough. It got good there towards the middle. My setup really started to come into me, and then it got a little slicker than I thought, so I started to fall back. And with people like Bergeron behind you, it's hard to stay ahead of him.
Yeah, well, that guy's kind of tricky, and he's really fast anyway. But it looked like when you got up on the cushion there a few times, the car really just did not agree with that. And this place is tricky enough when that cushion gets rough. How hard is it to hold the car when you're riding right on top of it?
Yeah, it was wanting to go everywhere but where I put it. With this new tire model, I'm really struggling with setups here, so I'm still trying to figure out something that works for me.
Well, still a great run, man. I'm sure we got some thank yous and some shout-outs before we let you celebrate.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to thank Ritz Motorsports Photography. I got to thank Vanderpool Construction, AAA Designs for the gorgeous-looking cars, Black Widow Designs, Jack's Wax, and Speed Shop 51 Setups for the quick setups.
All right, man. Well, congratulations again on a great run with a lot of tough drivers out there. Third-place finish. Got to be a little bit satisfying, but I hope you had happy holidays, at least Christmas, and we'll wish you a Happy New Year early, and hopefully we'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right, see you then.
Travis Oldfield, your third-place finisher. Now we will get over here. See if we can get a little better look at this car. Not sure. Probably not. It's just how it works out for me every time. Yeah, we can't get a great look. We'll do the best we can with what we got to work with, though. We'll talk to Aiden here. Aiden, you there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you got up there, you got the lead, and then that old 12 car, you run you down, man. Tell us about your feature tonight.
Well, I was set up like early on. I didn't think it was going to get that slick, and I think Alex was. So I think that was the main difference between what happened. But I'm really confident for tomorrow's big race, and yeah.
Yeah, did you get a lot of data to work with, in case they do carry the track over all night long, it does get slick? Because it looked like it got kind of racy there at the end, but it looks like you had to have your car just about perfect to run different lines.
Oh, yeah, 100%. The track got really racy. It was pretty single file at the beginning, but it'd been single file at the end if it wasn't for that. So I'm just thankful to be in a slump for the last 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm just thankful to finally get myself out of it and be able to get a podium.
All right, man, some shout-outs, some thank yous. We'll let you celebrate and start prepping for tomorrow night's big event.
Well, first off, of course, I got to thank Jesus Christ, my mom and my dad, that constantly supporting me all this iRace and real life racing. I just can't thank them enough for supporting me. Alex Bergeron, ABR Setup Shop for wicked fast custom sets, and y'all for just putting on an amazing event.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and good luck. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Your second place finisher, Aiden Berlin, and let's move on, and we will talk to tonight's winner, Alex Bergeron. You there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you had bad luck in your heat. You ended up starting pretty deep in the field, and I told the fans before the feature started, we better keep an eye on the 12 car because he's always fast here, and I expect to see him at, if not on the point, by the time we get to the end of it. So tell us about the feature and how tough it was out there, especially when this track went high side on you.
Yeah, it was good. We tested a few different things, see what we could do there, and decent. We had good speed. The heat could have been better, but there's not much I could have done there. But I definitely got to apologize to Greg there in the feature. I came up a little bit on him, and he came down, but got to apologize to him about that. But other than that, we had a good run, and it was a good battle up there with Aiden for the lead.
What kind of data did you get for tomorrow night's big World Championship race?
Depends on what kind of weather we're going to have, and what are going to be the factors for the race, the track resets or things like that, or what kind of driver is going to run where, and what the line's going to be. Knoxville can always surprise us sometimes, so we have to be ready for it and hope for the best, honestly.
Well, we hope it goes slick for you and see the 12 car in victory lane tomorrow night, man. I'm sure you got some shout outs, some thank yous before we let you get out of here tonight, though.
Yeah, for sure. I got to thank all of our partners, and I got to thank Team EVR Esports, Jason, Rebecca, also Brendan for helping us out, and also everyone that helps me out and supports me, and my dad for watching all the time, and you guys for doing a great broadcast, and yourself, and you for putting the series on for us to race and get some practice in, especially right after Christmas. It's really much appreciated.
All right, man. Well, we have noticed that it looks like on the Monday night series that the races have actually been really good. And I've talked to several of the other drivers, and I'll ask you before I let you get out of here. Having all of the leagues like DSRL and Apex, everybody that is trying to follow the pro schedules, that really giving you guys enough data where you're making those Monday night shows as good as they are?
I think it definitely does help because we're kind of preparing for a different type of event because, when we didn't have those test races before in the past, we're kind of going off no base, just kind of practicing by yourself, and the teams by themselves, and just kind of doing some hosted races there and there in practices. But with actual races, it may or may not help you out because you might go in the direction you don't want. Because sometimes the track will get like this and it will actually not be like that in a world championship, but it helps us out, kind of get a set base and preparing yourself for the race.
All right, man. Well, like we said, congratulations on the win tonight. Good luck tomorrow night, and we'll see you, I think, in 2 weeks. I think we have next week off because you guys don't race next week, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, I think everybody's off for shootout, and then they'll be off again for the Chili Bowl deal. So we'll see you guys on the 8th.
Thank you, Roger.
All right, Alex.
User was
Your winner tonight, Alex Bergeron. Let's jump in and look at the results real quick for tonight's event. Bergeron wins it. Berlin was second. Oldfield in third. Roy comes home fourth. Kyle Keene got back around Craig Dunn. He comes home fifth. Dunn was sixth. King seventh. Moody eighth. Dakota Kuhn ninth. Braden Eiler 10th. Billy Rowley was 11th. Ernie Williams 12th. Brett Strickler 13th. 14th went to Kevin Hanley, and Carlin Cure rounded out the field. So another big 4-10 night in the books. We will be off next week. So I think the drivers are off on the 3rd. And they are back on the 10th. So we will be back on the 8th. We will find another show to broadcast between now and then. It will not be this week before New Year. So it will be the 2nd. And we'll try to do some stuff the week of the 2nd through the 8th. Well, if not, we'll get back to you guys on the 8th with the 410 series. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. As always, thank you very much for being here. For Dominic Santino and myself, Happy New Year. Till we see you guys again. Keep it dirty, everybody. Good night.